Welcome back, everybody, to round 5 of 6 here at our standard PPTQ at Top Deck Productions.
Penultimate round.
Well, the penultimate Swiss round. I'll give you that one.
The penultimate Swiss round.
We've got Jesse Sinopoli with a... is he on Desert Red or is he on Ramunap?
He's on the Ramunap red deck.
So he's on Ramunap, so not Desert Red. There is a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Peter on Temur Energy.
Yeah. So
Jesse's going to be wishing he was on the Desert Red deck, I'm assuming.
well, we were talking before this tournament, and Jesse says that he has been really doing a lot of book work, a lot of article reading, a lot of theorizing and researching about how to play this matchup.
Yeah.
And his win percentage has been improving in it.
Okay, well that's good.
So
This is definitely a matchup you want a good win percentage in.
absolutely, I think it's kind of the emblematic matchup of the format.
Yeah.
Is these energy decks versus the world. I know the Sultai energy is different than the Temur energy, is different than the 4-color energy.
Right.
But you want to be able to beat them.
Yeah, energy v the world, huh?
Yeah. I don't have the energy to keep up with it.
Guess you're the world then.
Yep.
How do you feel about Jesse's 7? I know he's on the Ramunap version, which is a little bit lower to the ground.
This is pretty good. He might have one more land than I wanted, but it's the same. Having that extra land is the same thing as mulliganing to 6.
Right. It falls into that acceptable category, not like amazing, but acceptable.
Well,
Not for Jesse.
He's going back.
He only wants the primo hands, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, maybe he feels the need to.
So if it's as good as a 6, then I might as well get a 6 and a scry, right?
Sure.
Peter keeping his 7.
Yeah, Peter's on a super traditional Temur deck from what I've seen so far this tournament. Doing a little scouting out there.
Super traditional, eh?
Well, just like you read about on the internets. When you're on the fancy websites with subscriptions.
Now we've got a scry.
He's looking at a real live card up there, so that's good.
I believe it's a magma spray. Or it may have been that Dread Wanderer, I can't tell.
Earthshaker Kenra.
Earthshaker Kenra, not a Dread Wanderer, the other Jackal.
The other Jackal. All Jackals all the time. Rootbound Craig into the Spire for Peter Crim. And let's see if Jesse has the removal spell here.
He does. A nice lightning strike for the cub. For the young cub.
And no 3-drop for Peter. See, because this Temur deck has a lot of 3-drops, right?
Yeah, a lot of 3-drops, a lot of 2-drops. It's kind of scary if you're Jesse, because you know that if he has a lot of 4-drops, it's going to be Hydra time.
These guys are firing this game off. There is no holding back.
I appreciate that.
So Frostron gets abraded. A Hydra comes
And
down.
here's the Hydra. This is not a card that the Ramunap Red deck wants to see. I'm assuming.
I mean, you're right. You're not wrong.
One. Here's a Kenra, and then pass.
So he's got Hazoret in hand, and he's got Lightning Strike in hand. So I think we're gonna see some
Shenanigans.
actions at end of turn, and then.
So if Peter swings in with a Bristling Hydra, you can double block.
Yeah, if he gets a double block activation and strike and response, he's gonna be way ahead.
Yeah, that feels great. Oh, we're going up to 6 now.
Yep.
I would just take the 4 here.
Yeah, you take the 4, and then you're gonna Lightning Strike the Servant out of the way, and hopefully. Well, I guess I did not read the hand correctly. Ramunap Ruins. Hazoret with 1 card in hand.
Coming at you.
Everybody in the pool.
The Ramunap Ruins was a pretty nice draw there.
Yeah.
Being able to sacrifice these otherwise do nothing deserts in the middle of the battlefield here is going to be pretty strong.
Yep. So, wondering if this Hazoret's going to earn itself a block.
I don't think it's going to earn itself a block this time. Oh, yes it is.
Alright, 13. And so here's the other thing. Does this Kenra...
Chunkier T. And in turn, we're going to braid the camera.
So now any land becomes a live draw to embalm this Kenra?
Yeah.
Or
there are way too many words for that.
Yeah, there are.
Embalm, internalize, unearth.
Eternalize. It's eternalized.
Come on. They all do the same thing. You're not kidding anybody.
Yeah, I mean, they do very slightly different things that we need different keywords for them.
Oh, he does draw the land.
Alright, here's another land. Let's eternalize this Kenra and attack in. See, the attack in is still fine because 4 toughness on the Hydra makes him spend another one there. And I might let's just attack with Hazoret and block with that guy.
That seems reasonable.
Nothing to sneeze at. A 4/4 on the board.
Yeah.
The problem is Peter has so many cards in hand. He's going to continue to interact with this board.
Oh, doesn't attack at all.
No attacks at all. Sitting back.
I mean, double Hydra is pretty tough.
Well, I mean, Hazoret's going to block one indefinitely. And the Earthshaker's threatening to...
die to this Chandra.
Die to the Chandra or just block. Want to make you spend some energy. You still can't attack.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
I guess your Chandra's dead either way.
Yeah, just pitch the Hazoret at the Chandra.
Yeah, you have to do that. You gotta start there. And then play the Earthshaker.
I wouldn't play it. So, you can pitch it to Hazoret to deal 2 damage to him.
Oh, kind of have a surprise.
Yeah. And that way... Oh, I'll pitch the Hazoret here. But that way, if you can get him to attack with his 5/4 Bristling Hydra, you could potentially force an activation with your Unearth or your Eternalize or whatever.
Right. Here's a Cub and just more board for Peter Crim. I wonder how many Confiscation Coup are in his deck. Because that's the dangerous draw here. Confiscation Coup in the... Target the uncountered Hydra. See, if you target the uncountered Hydra, you force some... Oh. Oh, he's going to remove all of it to put it on the Cub? That's aggressive.
Wow.
Wow, just pass.
Yeah, there's...
You just say thanks.
No good attacks now.
Well, no, now... Well, no, it doesn't matter. He's got good blocks because neither of these Hydras can get big enough to get out of range.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying there's no good attacks. You just pass.
And the Hazoret gets to block the Cub all day. So now Jesse gets to sit back, cast cards at will.
He has another Kenra in hand.
A Shock and a Kenra in hand. I mean, he's going to win this game. If we're going to sit here like this.
You can just pass here, right?
Yeah. End of turn, shock you, Hazoret you. Untap, bring back this Kenra I drew.
Cast the Kenra.
Cast the Kenra, alright. See, I might attack with the other Kenra now that I have the shock in hand. Like, Kenra target the servant, attack in with the Kenra and the...
Oh, sure.
Now that I have the shock to add up to more...
Here's a Rogue Refiner.
See, now we have a activation of the...
So Jesse, realizing that his gameplay needs to be to gum up the board, get in with Hazoret activations.
Yeah, this is... Oh,
Confiscation
coup. This was the big draw.
And that'll do it.
This was the big draw. That's the one... yeah. So while he was correct, I think he has to look for the opportunities to get in.
Yeah.
And I think he did have the one opportunity before Peter got back up to 3 energy.
Right, when Peter went all in on his cub.
Yeah. So we had the shock in hand and the 4/4 Kenra.
Mm-hmm.
So you just attack with the 4/4 Kenra. You might attack with the Hazoret as well. I forget what the life totals were. But if I had a healthy life total, I might attack with Hazoret as well, because you're going to force some blocking. But you really have to figure out how to force in the maximum amount of damage.
Does it force blocking? So it was 9. What was Peter at?
Peter was at 9 at that point. Well, he was at 11.
11 at that point?
Because the shock went at him to put him to 9.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so if Peter was at 9, he can't afford to not block, so he does have to block something.
The servant's out of the question. So
servant's out of the question, yes.
So he blocks with the...
He probably blocks the 4/4 with the 6/6. Takes the 5, you shock the cub down. And you're in that board state where you get to swing with your Hazoret for free.
Yeah. It's nice. Nice game.
Don't know if he would have got him in time to avoid that confiscation coup, but would have certainly been a little bit faster clock.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough matchup. This Temur energy deck, especially, I mean, I wouldn't say that was an amazing draw, but it's like that was a very average draw from it.
Yeah.
And it's just so powerful. Like, you saw how good it is when Jesse was shields down and he got to cast Bristling Hydra to put himself up to 4 energy.
Right.
I mean, at that point, it's just how do you interact with that? Nearly impossible.
It's very difficult for the red deck to deal with these Hydras, and having 2 of them is a very big deal.
Yeah.
The Grixis Vehicles deck is X1 at the moment, going into the 5th round.
Yep.
So they are probably on a winning in right now. There's an outside chance that they'll get in even if they lose this round and win the next one.
Correct. There's going to be some number of X2s to make it.
Assuming there aren't too many X1-1s.
Yeah, we did have 2 matches that drew. When you were looking at the standings in between, did either of those matches, did those players fall out of contention?
Oh, fall out of contention? Yeah, I think there was only one
of those draw players to still be in contention.
Yeah, there was one 10-point player.
Okay.
2 12s, a 10, and all the rest were 9. So.
All right, Jesse, off to a quick start. This is what you need to see.
The old Bomat Courier.
And no.
Karzev's another one that's going to pressure this life total pretty well.
Yep.
So this is interesting. If you have Mountain here and Harness Lightning, who do you Harness Lightning? Like, which is the bigger threat at this point? The Karzev or the Bomat?
You got to take the Karzev down. You just have to keep your life total high, right?
Oh, man, we've got an Earthshaker. Oh, I would have Earthshakered here and then shocked at end of turn.
Jesse takes 1 on casting this Kenner. It's 19. Yeah, if Jesse draws another land here, being able to cast... Oh, does he have Hazaret?
I think I saw Ferocidon.
He has Ferocidon plus another card. Here's...
Plus 2 other cards. I think he has 3 in hand.
Rogue Refiner for Peter Crim.
It's a good one.
Well, the trick here is... The trick here for Jesse is to not overvalue this Bomat Courier. It's very good, but you just want to attack with...
Oh, he has a Lightning Strike.
Oh, it's a Lightning Strike. So he has Bomat Courier and Lightning Strike. So I would cast the Bomat Courier, attack him with everybody,
yeah,
and you get it this Lightning Strike as well. So he probably would block the Earthshaker Kenry, get in for 5, puts him to 6. But Jesse's going to line up this Ferocidon play, which is a nice play. That Refiner's dead, I think, right? Because it... Alright, so Ferocidon's the play Jesse's going to go with, which I like. Locks him out of the game as far as any life gain's concerned. I guess that there isn't any in the... But
no, there really isn't.
Peter's out to it is playing 2 creatures. And since Jesse has a Lightning Strike in hand, he's going to be able to kill one of those 2-drops.
Yeah, not only that, like, he's going to take 2 damage by playing those 2 creatures. And one of his better cards that would be a great out here in Whirler Virtuoso is...
Now a liability.
Certainly not something he wants to cast. Alright, Courier dead.
Well, here's 6 damage to attack with.
Yeah, puts him down to 2.
Well, you can even cast this other. You can even cast this other courier. Take 1 from your Ferocidon. All right, there's a quick one. That's exactly how the red deck wants to function.
Yeah, that's how it needs to play out for the red deck. Peter didn't really have a lot of early drops.
Yeah, the he did not have the Attune for Aether, which
definitely sets up later plays. You probably
it turns the Cub into a legitimate 2-drop.
Right, you probably sideboard Cub out on the play here, or on the draw rather.
Oh yeah,
it's just so bad.
Noted.
Noted.
On the play though, you bring it in.
The play it's better. I don't know if you probably just need it against Ramunap Red. Like, it's still not exciting.
Right. When I'm on the draw against this deck with Ramunap Red, I usually bring in my 2 Magma Sprays.
Oh, nice.
Because some people, I don't know if this is the player or the deck, but there's some percentage of hands that are being kept that include 2 lands and a Servant of the Conduit, and when you kill that Servant of the Conduit and they miss their 3rd land drop, it's just the end of the world.
End of the world.
As we know it.
Wow.
So let's see. We're going into a big game 3 here. Both these guys facing... winning this match locks it up for them. Puts them into the top 8 of this PPTQ. Yeah. Losing the match really puts their back to the wall, and they'll have to...
Win...
the next one and cross their fingers.
Win and pray.
Yeah, win and... hope the
Eat,
math
love,
works
and pray.
out.
You're gonna have to do all 3.
Eat, pray, love, live, laugh, love. We should do challenge matches where the loser has to do something silly like paint live, laugh, love on their bedroom wall or something.
What? Are you just looking for an excuse to paint that on your wall?
No.
Is that what this is?
No. I'm just saying, how embarrassing would that be?
I mean, not very.
Oh, I forgot nobody else sees the inside of your bedroom.
These guys are both 3-1. There was only one matchup of undefeateds here.
Yes. Yeah, so if I'm the undefeateds, I draw this round and play the next round.
Yeah. I would just play both rounds.
So if you play this round and lose, then you have to play the next round and definitely win?
Yeah.
Whereas if you draw this
not
round...
really. You could probably play this round and lose, play next round and lose, and still make it in.
I don't want to find out if it's not the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I came here to play Magic and crush dreams, and I can't do either of those things if I'm drawing. Yes, this is basically a win and in. Siege Rhino Master.
Yeah, it's a win and lock. It's not necessarily a kick out if you don't win. Oh, and Jesse has the Aether Sphere Harvester because which indicates to me that he knows. There you go. That's a big play.
Yeah, having the shock for the Cub on the draw is real nice.
And here is Harsh Mentor.
Yeah, he is a Harsh Mentor. Here's another Cub.
Peter missed land drop number 3.
That's not good for Peter.
Concur.
So this is interesting. He has an Earthshaker Kenra, but you really can't let this Cub connect.
Why
so
not?
So you don't want to give him energy when he has no energy.
Right. Alright, I guess this Cub is definitely not connecting. This H-Ferrarizer is going to block, and Peter is still going to be on just 2 lands.
So I know that this is probably playing into Jesse's gameplay, which I like this a lot. Going a little bit bigger and playing a little more of the controlling route against Temur when you're on the draw. But if you see your opponent stumble on land, sometimes you just have to...
Yeah, you just have to decide
switch into the next
this
gear.
This is time to... Okay, here's an Earthshaker Kenra. That guy's not going to be able to block. We're going to abrade the other one.
And swing in for 2? Two of 5.
Yeah, you gotta make something happen here. Alright. 23 to 17.
Still no third land for Peter. This is bad.
Yeah, I think
he's been able to play a spell a turn, but like when you have a hand like that, you really need to start deploying multiple spells per turn.
Concur.
Looks like he may have a Chandra's Defeat.
Yeah, Chandra's Defeat gets a... He's correctly sandbagging it because...
he could be facing down a Glorybringer.
Glorybringer would be the end of the world.
This Hazoret's not looking like it's gonna help.
So what he should do is play Hazoret and use it to crew.
Yeah. I agree. Jesse, by not evaluating that this is the time to pull the trigger, is kind of letting Peter crawl back in this if he draws the right cards.
We'll see. Alright.
Amini3, thanks for the follow.
Always appreciate a good follow.
Yes, the red deck has more energy than the energy deck. Well, it doesn't anymore, but it did.
Yep. So, here... Yep, Kerry Zev's going to be the crew. I would be using Kerry Zev to crew. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know at what point you want to...
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Now it's do or die time. So Peter's going to untap with 3 lands next turn.
If he gets the next turn.
And so Jesse's really just has to do the math and deal as much damage as possible with this, with his next untap step.
Yeah, so I think if he gets a land, this is just a huge deal.
So here's Island.
So we know Peter has Confiscation Coup in hand. So there's a very, very slim margin that he can get back into this.
Alright, so here's what Jesse's going to do. He's going to play this Soulscar Mage. He's going to discard Hazoret to the Hazoret.
Crew up the Aethersphere Harvester with the Soulscar Mage.
Yep.
Send everybody.
Soulscar Mage crews up the Harvester.
And let's send everybody.
And here's the team. You
So
gotta
this
send them
is-
all at this point.
So this put Peter at 1.
Yep.
Well,
The red deck did it twice in a row. It curved out. Temur Energy gave it a helping hand here in this third game by not drawing a third land.
yeah, Peter not drawing a third land was just the beginning and end here.
Oh, yeah, drawing a... There's a...
That's it. Yeah, there's nothing you could do there.
Yep. That was tough. It's a tough thing to watch. So Jesse with Ramunap Red locking up top 8 for him.
Yeah, Jesse, we will see him back here at the top 8. Peter, we may still see him back here at the top 8. He's going to have to win next round and then hope his tiebreakers work out.
Absolutely.
Although I have a sneaking suspicion that they'll be pretty good.
Yeah, he started out 3-0, lost last one in this one.
Right.
So winning one more is going to hopefully boost up this tiebreaks.
Absolutely. So we'll be back here in a little bit. Looks like we got about 20 minutes, but some of these rounds have been going really fast, so maybe sooner.
Yeah, don't stray far.
And we'll be back for the sixth and final round of Swiss. See you soon.
See you then.